I have a ton of ideas, Elon Musk texted Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal in April, but LMK if I'm pushing too hard. I just want Twitter to be maximum amazing. This was a few days after he agreed to join the company's board, and a few weeks before he decided to buy the company instead, before trying to renege on that deal, before suing and being sued by Twitter, before apparently deciding to go through with it after all. For all the back and forth over the last several months, it's still clear that Musk likes Twitter as a platform, understands its appeal and power, and has lots of ideas for how to change it. In a normal situation, we'd now be able to say with virtual certainty that Musk will, in fact, become the majority owner of Twitter. But, of course, this is Elon Musk, so the anything can happen and the most insane thing probably will rule still applies. There's still a trial scheduled for October 17th and plenty of time left for chaos in this deal. But let's play this out a bit and assume the deal actually closes at some point in the near future. We can begin to turn to the next question: what will a Musk-owned Twitter be like? Over the last 6 months, Musk has given us some clues as to how he might push to change the platform and even the whole purpose and point of Twitter. And on Tuesday, he pointed to where it's headed. Buying Twitter is an accelerant to creating X, the everything app, he tweeted after the news of his renewed offer went public. As usual with Musk, and especially with Musk and Twitter, you should believe him about as much as you'd believe any other extremely online poster, which is to say, not much at all. Musk often says things he doesn't mean. His beliefs change over time. Things could change once he actually owns the company. He might not end up owning the company or owning it for very long. He might just shut the whole thing down for the fun of it. But with 1,000 caveats assumed, here's what we think we know about how Twitter, the product and platform, might change with Musk as its owner. WeChat is the app to copy. X, the everything app Musk referred to yesterday, is pretty clearly modeled after WeChat. WeChat, which is owned by the Chinese tech giant Tencent, is absolutely essential to everyday life in China for hundreds of millions of users. It's like a messaging app, an app store, and a web browser, all in one service. It's basically the iPhone built into an app. There's no WeChat equivalent outside of China, Musk said during a Q&A with Twitter employees in June. You basically live on WeChat in China. If we can recreate that with Twitter, we'll be a great success. His is roughly the vision that Evan Spiegel has for Snapchat and Mark Zuckerberg for WhatsApp. Even WeChat has tried to replicate its China success in other countries, to no avail. Everybody wants to be a super app, but nobody has pulled it off. But so is Signal. Musk has long been a fan of the Signal messaging app, and the platform has been on his mind from the earliest days of his involvement with Twitter. Former Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey, earlier this year, texted Musk that the future of Twitter should involve a protocol run by a foundation, so it was separate from any business concerns. A bit like what Signal has done, Dorsey wrote. Otherwise you have surface area that governments and advertisers will try to influence and control. Musk, too, has been thinking about how to bring some of Signal's features, or even its actual platform, into Twitter. Trying to figure out what to do with Twitter DMs, he texted Brian Acton, Signal's co-founder and executive chairman. They should be end-to-end encrypted, Dunno if better, SIG, to have redundancy with Signal or integrated. Payments will be everywhere. One big reason Musk seems to be chasing the WeChat model? Payments. WeChat makes money in part by taking a cut of all the payments, for rent, food, concert tickets, clothes, everything, made in the app. Musk seems to be interested in doing the same with Twitter. In his investor presentation, he said payments could be a $1.3 billion business by 2028. Remember, Musk is part of the PayPal mafia, the early group of founders and executives that got rich after PayPal was acquired by eBay and then set off to conquer the rest of the tech industry. Add his love of all things crypto in there, and you can see why turning Twitter into a payment processor might be compelling. Musk wants in on the creator economy. Few people would probably think of Twitter as a great platform for video, but Musk is clearly interested in changing that. He has talked with several friends and colleagues about how to make video advertising work on Twitter and how to bring video creators over from platforms like YouTube and TikTok. From a social perspective, Twitter allowing for high-quality video uploads, 1080p at a minimum, and adding a basic in-app video editor would have quite a big impact, I think, Vivian Hantush, a longtime Musk fan who now works for him in Germany, texted to Musk. Especially useful for citizen journalism and fun educational content. Might even help Twitter regain market share lost to TikTok. Musk's response, agreed. And then, Twitter can't monetize video yet, so video is a loss for Twitter and for those, sick, who post. Is this the end of the bots? Obviously, Musk has spent the last few months ranting and raving about the problem of spam and bots on Twitter. And while he probably has a bigger crypto scam reply guy problem than your average Twitter user, there's no question that inauthentic users are a thing on Twitter. Musk has pledged to make authenticating all humans a priority while also purging the bots from the platform. In fact, that's one of the reasons he wanted to take the company private in the first place, to remove all the bots and crater Twitter's user numbers without scaring investors. How will this play out, and what does it mean for the many harmless and fun bots on Twitter? Hard to say. Anyone who has tried to fight spam and bots knows that differentiating between human and machine is much harder than it sounds. He'll embrace free speech with a vengeance. Practically as soon as Musk first announced he'd bought a large chunk of Twitter stock, he began to position himself as the free speech savior of the platform. About 12 hours after Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal tweeted that Musk was joining the board, Musk, apparently fresh from a phone call with Dorsey, texted him about his first wishes. Would be great to unwind permanent bans, except for spam accounts and those that explicitly advocate violence.